What is up, guys? It is Terrible here, and welcome to episode 236 of the FIFA 13 career mode. As you can see, Sevilla, my old club, are in Balotelli talks. Ooh, Mario! But he won't be going to, or he might be going to Sevilla, but even if he doesn't, it doesn't impact us because we are all focused on the French league as we begin our assault on the new season. We have the Spain matches coming up. The first time I take control of the Spanish team, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm very much looking forward to it. It's going to be good. As you can see, just doing some squad selection and squad management stuff here. We actually have a really good Spanish team coming up to play with. The likes of Juan Mata, my old man, Royce Lozano. He is such a beast in the midfield. He's going to be captaining, being the captain of the team. Fabregas is still here. Iniesta and Xavi have actually retired. For a second there, I was going to say so is Messi, but of course he is Argentinian and he hasn't retired. And we have some really good young talents coming through who will be the future stars of the Spanish team. So we still have a team capable of winning all the major European and World Cup titles, and so hopefully that will be the case. And we'll see what happens really. But anyway, let me just take you through the team quickly. In fact, you know, I'll leave that to when we actually play the Spanish teams. But amongst some players that I actually left out, I decided to leave out David Silva simply because he's a little bit too old, and I'm not that fond of him to be quite honest. I also left out Pedro. I don't like the way he plays. I don't think he has enough. I don't think he has good enough shooting or good enough passing stats. I think he's a little bit of a pace man. And Thiago was one of the people brought into the midfield. I think it was a defender that replaced him because I have too many defenders. I now have 7 defenders, 8 midfielders, and 5 attackers. It seems about right for the Spanish team, who dominate, of course, when it comes to possession and when it comes to scoring goals. Up front, I'm going to have Rodrigo as a lone striker. Behind him, I'm going to play the 3 attacking midfielders like I did when I was at Chelsea. This time it will be with the Spanish team, so I'll have Mata, Isco, Thiago, Royce Lozano. Who else? There's another couple of people on the bench. I'm not really paying attention right now to the Spanish team because we haven't actually got our first game. So behind them, I'll be playing the 2 CDMs. It will be Sergio Busquets and my new guy there, Ambrosini, I think his name is, or something like that, Ambrosio. But and then behind in the back 4, who of course will be usual. But today we have one match for you, an away match against Bordeaux in the league. Before we have next episode the final of the Super Cup, the UEFA Super Cup, and that will be a live commentary, or a little bit like a live commentary, I believe, with a longer commentary, that's for sure. But anyway, we have a game away against Bordeaux, and we need to win this because we haven't. We need to get on top in the league. We need to get on top early and stay there consecutively forever. Felipe Anderson starts in the role behind Benzia and Masaccio, who I thought put on a really good show last game and worked very well together to create lots of chances. It was just unfortunate we drew 2-2. But this game starts off in a really bad way. We go down in the 6th minute, a goal behind already, and now we have a massive task to beat the Bordeaux supporters and the Bordeaux team while we are away. But Benzia had a reply, as always. My man just stepped through and fired a shot into the back of the net. Just 2 minutes later, after kickoff, he just ran forwards and decided to smash it into the back of the net and comes over to celebrate with me and points to the name on the back of his shirt so the crowd can always remember his name, and he is such a good striker. Just a little left trigger, right trigger there, burst of pace to get past the defender, and suddenly we are already 1-1 and the scores are level. So a very good opening 10 minutes. We have a free kick here a little bit later on. I was going to let Felipe Anderson take it, but then I thought, right, Benzia is a little bit better, you know, he's a little bit better, so why not go for Benzia? He's already got a goal to his name, so why not? I smack that free kick, and it goes just narrowly wide. The keeper probably would have saved it if it had been on target, but it wasn't. But anyway, we carry on. Masaccio a little bit later on squares the ball back post to Yassine Benzia, and Yassine Benzia manages to make it 2-1, and he is up for a hat-trick again. He is such a lad when it comes to scoring goals. I mean, he's already scored 7 goals in the league, and it's only been, what, 3 games? It's just amazing. The rate at which he scores goals is phenomenal. You cannot begin to understand how much of an asset Benzia is to every team he's in, especially one of my teams, because he will now have the experience of being managed by the best manager in the world, and I will call myself the best manager in the world, yes. Anyway, a little bit later on in the game, in fact in the second half, as the first half we went in leading, the second half started off really perfectly. Fofana here, just keeping the ball for a little bit, waiting for an opening, gives it to my man Benzia. Benzia's going to step inside and fire that shot at the keeper, who does really well to parry it. However, Felipe Anderson is going to keep the ball in play. He's going to square it to my man Masashio, who gives it to Benzia, and Benzia has a shot blocked on the line, but it does go out for a corner. A little bit later on, Benzia wins the ball, and look at this for luck. He gets tackled once, gets tackled twice, but still manages to keep possession, and he is going to just fake shot that one and fire it into the back of the net to complete his hat-trick in the 60th minute. And that was enough for Benzia. He has been playing a lot of games recently. He's played 3 games in 3 weeks, and with the start of the season, I just want to rotate him a little bit, and he's done all he can this game. 3 goals for us is just wonderful, wonderful work. And I will be taking him off, subbing him off. As you can see, I do sub him off for Lacazette, and Rio also comes on to replace Sissoko in the midfield. It's 3-1 now, and they did have a chance to actually get back in. As you can see here, he just skips away from my defenders twice and manages to finesse it under Mihailov in the 66th minute. So they have a chance here. They have a real fighting chance, and we had to be aware and on the back foot. We were on the back foot for much of the second half because after I took Benzia off, the threat really died down a bit up front. We didn't really have what to do and who to do it with. And Lacazette's a great player, but he isn't a Benzia, so he can't really do the wonders and the magic that Benzia can. But nevertheless, we withstood the pressure, and Felipe Anderson even managed to add a 4th here. Masashio does really well to win that ball. Lacazette gives it to Felipe Anderson, who has the strength and the pace to get away from all of the defenders, and he has the shot and the finishing to just smack it into the back of the net in the 90th minute to make it 4-2 to us and to seal the deal. The deal has been sealed. The game has been won. Victory. Anyway, it's nice to see Felipe Anderson scoring. He's a great player, and I do enjoy using him very, very much. And it was a very successful game, a very fun game to watch. Just the sort of game that you want at the start of the season. And it reminds me a lot of the Chelsea game, the Chelsea and Tottenham game that we had at White Hart Lane. The start of this season, we were actually 2-1 down, and then we came back to win 4-2. It was amazing, of course, as a Chelsea supporter. For all of those of you who do not know, I do support Chelsea. But as we managed to get a goal kick there, the referee does blow the final whistle, and we do come to a 4-2 win over here in France. Benzia, courtesy of a Benzia hat-trick and a Felipe Anderson goal in the 90th minute. Anyway, it is coming towards the end of the episode, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you could please leave a like. I would very much appreciate it if you could also leave a nice comment. I would very much appreciate that as well. As Pastore moves to my old club, PSG accepted 14.5 million for Javier Pastore. The Argentine moves from France to Spain, so we're going to see how that impacts him and his life in the near future, because I was thinking of signing him a couple of times throughout this career mode, but in the end I didn't. Anyway, guys, Marseille are already on top nice and early. They have 9 points. We only have 7 because we did, of course, draw that one match. But I hope you have all enjoyed this episode. Like I say, if you have, it would be a very big help to me if you could all support it by liking or commenting. Apart from that, guys, I will be seeing you in the next episode, where we, of course, just resume with the Chelsea match. We're going to be playing our old team, Chelsea, so that's going to be nice and juicy to look forward to as we go to the manager's office just to take the jobs. We request some funds as well, but that's not going to happen. Anyway, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.